Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where as usual we've been called into war with our allies, and we're currently doing some sieging up over here. This is currently being reverted back because of this fort. So let's just finish up this siege. There we go. And then we're going to hop up over here, reset that, and then siege this fort. I think the AI was previously doing that, but who is leading this? Ah, France got here before us. That's unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. It's not like we're going to get that territory anyway, right? So it's absolutely fine. I do want to build no universities and no town halls, apparently. Okay, so let's see about building upgrades. So there are a number of stock exchanges that we can build. We've got a good amount of cash right now, but we may actually be better served at this moment by spending this money on rooting out corruption. Like so. So let's do that. We're still a little bit overextended, and we need to get a lot of admin power. We need to get as much admin power as we can get our hands on right now. Fars is demanding unlawful territory. They still exist? Oh, they do. Look at that. That's adorable. We're going to be making our way over there pretty soon. We can't really attack Kufa, can we? Well, it's a free city, but that's interesting. That's very interesting. For the moment, we're chilling, but this will be definitely a pretty short chill period once we get out of this war, I think. So we're going to head on over this direction. And we're going to have these guys go back to drilling. They're just heading home. We're done with this war, other than this siege. So that all looks good, and the war will be over very soon. It won't be long, and the AI will be willing to piece this out. So that looks good. We do need to continue to spend down our corruption, of course. We've got 0.11 from overextension right now, and I want to get that done. Demands of the Syrian people. I'm going to crush these ideas. This is going to be where? Right over here. I'm going to have these guys stop. And then we're going to say we're going to crush their ideas. So, they rose up here and down here. Noted. Both of those are next to a fort, adjacent to a fort. So that looks good. We're going to walk over, and we should have no problem crushing them, even with our low morale. I do not want to lose our stability. We'll take the dip tech cost increase, but I'm not happy about it. So that is, of course, very, very unfortunate. We do want to get our dip tech up, but we're going to get there fairly soon, 1751 as of right now. And we're just going to take care of these revolutionaries. This is not an issue. The rabbis gaining influence is not a bad thing, but I'm actually going to take the missionary strength here. I don't think that's going to allow us to actually convert that one remaining area, but we'll see. Okay, the war is over. So that's absolutely wonderful. We're going to bring these guys back home, and we're going to mothball our forts immediately. People are leaving the military coalition against us, although they don't seem very happy about it. It's not January either, so they're just not happy about it. Now it's January, so we just lost a little bit of aggressive expansion. And that looks good. We're currently working on rooting out our corruption, and that's where our money is going. It's absolutely fine for right now. We could invest in a trade idea or a humanist idea. Both of those are not good things to do at this moment. So that looks good. I do want to get our overextension fully gone. So Jabal Shamar is going to be a core soon, in July of this year. That's looking good. We're working on building up our power levels again. But that's of utmost priority. Favor for soldiers from Portugal. Actually, yeah, Portugal can have some manpower. That's okay. So, 95% on Jabal Shamar. It's going to be finished very soon, and that's going to get rid of all of our overextension at long, long last. Excellent. There we go. So our overextension is gone, and now, of course... Oh, these guys re-entered into a military coalition? Okay. Now, of course, we need to get this done. Now, neighbor bonus minus 10. That's not actually showing the increase of plus 10. Maybe that timed out already. That'd be kind of wild. I mean, it would be good. We absolutely need to get through this, right? We need to get these technologies ASAP. So this would lose us admin power and ducats. We can't afford to do this. No. This is just going to give us 50 admin power. We absolutely take that. So that's huge. We're going to have the admin tech in September of 51. That's under a year away. And then this one is going to be in basically the same time frame. So that looks good. I don't think we need this. Our prestige is low. That's a lot of ducats, though. I'm not going to build it, but we did just gain 50 dip power, which gives us our dip tech right now. That's going to give us that yearly corruption and trade efficiency for 10 years. That's a very big deal. So we're going to get that done. That's going to boost our income dramatically. And the next question is, do we want to start integrating these guys? Well, we're still working on improving relations with them. So for the time being, that's fine. We can't actually improve relations more here. Interesting. So we're already royal married. They are very upset about the unlawful territory. We're probably not going to be able to integrate these, are we? Like, ever. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to integrate these in this game. So that's understood. By the way, I've been thinking about how we want to do this in Vic, and our expansion has been pretty slow because of development in this game. I'm kind of thinking about just full importing this. It's going to be spicy in Vic. That should be interesting. And I kind of want to play it a little more militaristically than I usually do in Vic. That would be also very interesting. I say that every time. I'm like, I want to play Vic militaristically this time, and then it just doesn't happen. But hopefully it'll happen this next time. We'll see what it's like. We've still got time in this game, so if we're too big, we may break ourselves up again. But as of right now, we're on a trajectory where I don't think that we're going to be in a bad position to just bring this in. I don't think we'll be in a completely dominant position. Then the question will be, what about importing from Vic to Hoy, right? And that's a whole nother ballgame. We'll see where we're at. So as of right now, we're just continuing to chill for the moment. I want to bring our manpower up. I want to bring our, admin tech. Yes, this is a very big deal. So there's our admin tech up. And we want to continue to save those up for a little bit, admin and dip tech. We're 9 years away right now, and this is showing that this is going to be more than 9 years to get that. But we haven't embraced industrialization because that doesn't exist yet. Why doesn't it exist? It can't spawn here because this is on an island. Interesting. Well, it'll spawn very soon, but it hasn't yet. Nothing is eligible at this time. The only location where we have a furnace is on an island, so it can't spawn in our territory, but there may be some areas. Hang on. There's a cheeky thing we can do, right? Hypothetically, what if we moved our capital here? Made this be our capital. Got it to spawn, and then moved it back. That would cost like 600 admin power. And I don't know that it's worth it, but it is a theoretical possibility. Everybody wants military access. What's this war going on? Ah, the HRE is now fighting Great Britain. Okay, well, I wish them luck in that endeavor. So our trader died, and that's probably not the worst thing in the world. I want a cheap trader this time. Improve relations plus 20%. Okay. I would like to go for somebody who is cheap. Diplomatic reputation plus 1. Do we still have a raise our diplomatic reputation? No, we didn't take that, I don't think. I'd normally go for this guy. I think I'm going to do it anyway. He's a little bit expensive, but it should be fine. That trade efficiency is valuable. And these guys, they're not protecting trade. They should be, and they should be protecting that trade in almost certainly Sevilla. Yeah, go do that. Why aren't they doing it? Are they just waiting for this repair? Oh, it's because our fleet maintenance is down. That's why. So we can do that. I do want to do a land seizure here. This is a good time to do it. So that looks good. And now they're going to actually repair here. There we go. And now they're currently hiding because their morale is low. But once that gets done, that'll be in a much better position. Now, we do need to absolutely get them going. That'll make some money back, but not all of the money. So they're out protecting trade now, and that looks fine, but we absolutely do need to be making more money than this. Our money is in dire straits right now. Naval maintenance is actually a large amount of this. So, one thing I want to think about doing here is if we go into our military tab and we look at our Navy, we can see we need 50. We're currently paying about 21 ducats per month because we're over our force limit. That's actually not as much as I thought it was going to be. Okay. Army maintenance is significant. That's not shocking. We could stop drilling and lower our maintenance, but I'd rather not do that. I'd rather continue to boost our economy. And how would we go about doing that? Well, we can go into our local autonomy map mode and take a look at how our autonomy is doing in some of these newer areas. It's actually quite good. Basically, we just need to get rid of our corruption, right? We're at 3 corruption right now. Actually, more like 2 corruption. And I think we just continue to chill here until our corruption is gone. Just continuing to spend down our corruption is fine, I think. We'll recall our diplomat from Portugal. That seems okay. Yeah, I'm reasonably comfortable right now. We just lost a general down over here. We should probably roll up a new one. We should have very good general stats, generally speaking. No pun intended. Whoa! Okay, those are good stats. Those are really good stats. 5551? I mean, it's not great siege, but he's fantastic at everything else. That's an incredible general right there. I love it. So that's looking good. Mali has a lot of troops out over here. Okay. Good to know. For the moment, I'm not too concerned about Mali, but that is definitely a lot of troops. Who are you fighting? HRE? Interesting. So that's absolutely noted, and I do want to think about upgrading some of these grand shipyards. So these are only intended to be upgrades. These here are locations where we don't currently have a grand shipyard. So we can put these in here, but this is going to spend down our money. That's understood. I want to still do it. I think it's worthwhile. I'm going to sell titles, and we're going to get this last grand shipyard upgrade here. So we'll get that in there, and that'll be glorious. We don't want to use up additional building slots for right now, but that is going to get us like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 additional naval force limit, something along the lines of that. So that'll boost us up somewhat for sure, and that'll be good. We'll want to bring down that naval force limit, but the main thing we're spending money on right now is rooting out corruption. So that'll be fine. That'll be gone in just a few years here. In fact, I'm going to stop rooting out corruption now, and we're just going to go on our free rooting. Well, that's still going to take like 10 years. Yeah, let's hold off on it, but I don't want to overshoot this. So how much is this changing per month? Well, we won't overshoot it, actually, because this number will adjust if it's going to overshoot. So it's fine. We don't need to worry about that. Okay. That's a lot of ducats for an innovativeness. Our admin advisor would leave our court if we don't do it. Okay. Goodbye, admin advisor. What other admin advisor do we have available? Tax modifier or missionary strength? Well, we do have this area here. We can actually convert without him. So tax modifier isn't as good for us as production is, but it'll work. Yeah, it'll work. I'm not terribly happy about it, but there we go. So we know of a rebel uprising brewing. Why does Mali have military access? That's interesting. We must be giving military access to one of their allies in this war. Or maybe they have it through, like, Portugal? I don't know. That's interesting. I feel like they shouldn't have military access, but there's not really too much for us to do to stop them. So here we are. It's fine. So we're going to be finishing up those grand shipyards here in just a moment. That will definitely be a good thing for us. Our corruption is down under 1 at this point. So I really do want to get that corruption gone. It'll be gone in just a few months here. Under a year. Under a year. So we can get this converting, and I do want to get that going. Yeah, that's going to cost us more money. That is understood. I'd like to get Alexandria annexed eventually. I kind of feel like this should be our next target. They're in the coalition against us. So we probably don't want to do that. We probably want to chill for the time being and not attack people who are in the coalition. So that's understood. Should be reasonably fine. I'm not terribly concerned about that. Now, our prestige is currently negative. It is increasing. So that looks good. We have uncontested cores. Interesting. But we want people to be leaving the military coalition against us. There's a lot of aggressive expansion anger right now. And a lot of unlawful territory anger as well. It's absolutely fine. We're now making money because our corruption is virtually gone. Now our corruption is gone. Iraqi separatists out over here. Okay, I'm going to unmothball this fort, and I'm going to wander these guys on over to here. I don't want to fight this until after the month tick. But the fort will prevent any issues in this province. So, we are indeed after the month tick, so let's go ahead and go in here. People are leaving the military coalition, so that's interesting. We're going to head back. The fort will get this capped for us. No problem. So that looks good for now. And we'll mothball this fort as soon as it's recaptured. There's a lot of African people running around our nation right now, like large armies. I don't like the large armies being in our territory. It's very awkward. If a war broke out, they would be black flagged, though. So maybe it's not that big of a deal. But there are certainly very large armies running around, and large numbers of them. These guys are black flagged. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. I'm not going to take any action on it. I just don't know why they're allowed to right now. We can go into Mali here and maybe see... Grants conditional military... Has conditional military access through all of these places. And Israel is on that list. So, conditional military access for what reason? We would need to go through the list and find us. And let me see if I can see us. Wait, was that us? Hang on. No. We're in here somewhere. It's a very, very long list. No doubt about it. Is this in alphabetical order? No, it is not. Okay, so Akia, is that the first one here? Yes. So we know that we should be somewhere around here, right? That was Mali, and Mali is where in this list? Okay, this is, I have no idea where in this list Mali is. Okay, well, that's exciting. That's Mali right there. I would like to be, or, wait, no, that is not Mali. They are Mali. Right. Okay, so this is Khazaria, Yamama, West Ajuran. What are we near? Khazaria, Thrace, Portuguese, Brazil. Okay. Thrace, Khazaria, next one should be us. Because they're at war with the Emperor. Okay, that makes sense. I didn't know they were at war with the Emperor, but that does indeed make sense. Okay, there we go. That sounds good. We can set an agenda here. What do we got? Persian Gulf, 15% or more trade power. Oh, these are all kind of awful. We'd have to take Qatif. They're part of the coalition, aren't they? Yeah, we can't really do that. All provinces in the Red Sea Hills area. They're part of the coalition too. We can't do that either. So we have to take this Persian Gulf one. Which, of course, is very awkward because we don't have any naval presence out over here. We have no coastal presence out over here. We can't really do that. Those agendas all suck. Okay, we can't do them. We may have to wait for it to time out. Or we could, I suppose, sail around. But it's going to be rough no matter how we do it. We could try to get these guys to go protect trade out over there, but we need to have light ships to do that. We do technically have a couple of light ships over here, I think, unless they were sunk in one of those wars. I think they were. So I don't want to make more light ships. And if we sailed all the way around, we don't really have a good place to stop and repair until we get to here. So it's not very viable. Suez Canal won't be built until, I think, during Victoria, so that's not a thing. Huh. Well, we can build some improvements, and I would like to do so. So we could build state houses in a number of locations. These are another thing that don't take up a building slot, so no universities, and there's one town hall that we could build. Okay. We could start building state houses, but first I want to go in here. I want to check to see if there's anything in these upgrades that are not going to take up a building slot, right? So there's one training field that we can build. We already did all the grand shipyards. The dry docks, there's one dry dock that we can upgrade. That sounds good. Forts are going to be a whole different kettle of fish. That's okay. But for now, stock exchanges. So there's a number of stock exchanges that we can upgrade, and I think we should probably work on that for right now. So we'll get going on that. In terms of the coalition, there are some people that we could attack. Like Bazin, we could attack them. Iapid Abyssinia, nothing stopping us from attacking them, potentially. So there's definitely some things that we can do there. We just lost a military leader up over here, and we need to roll up a new one. Wow. 6-4-4-2. Okay, we're getting some good military leaders. So at this point, our missionary is now unable to convert Haditha again. Ineffective missionary. We had that event again. So we're going to cancel that. There's no point in keeping them there. That will just drain the money. It's going to last for a really long time. So that's understood. Not too much we can do about it right now. We did just lose our army organizer, and I would like to replace our army organizer. This would be 5% discipline. This would be 10% morale of armies. I'm going to go for the cheap guy for right now. That'll be good. So this is all absolutely fine for the moment. I do want to build more of these stock exchanges. 285 is the target price, and we want to get those completed. Absolutely. Sirmia left a military coalition against us. So if we look at these, we can see the aggressive expansion is really, really high out over here. No doubt about it, that's not surprising. We kind of threw caution to the wind, and that's understandable. So we could certainly expand out in this direction, and we could expand down this way as well. We can't really push out this direction very effectively, so for now, that'll have to chill for a while. It's going to be a little rough. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we'll continue investing in these stock exchanges, and maybe we'll try to get some fleets around Africa to get to the Persian Gulf, but I don't know that it's worth it. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge, STL, Rornaz, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time. Also, I kind of want to fight Fars next episode. We'll see if I remember.